Although there's a lot of stuff out there, it doesn't do what we want it to do. And this is another kind of GPS recorder by the same company that made the watches that fits on your bike like that.
Hi, I want to show you how you can easily connect to mobile users and potential customers with the help of 2D barcodes. I have a for sale sign here, and it has the traditional text on it. Hey, you got something for sale, here's my phone number, here's my email address, get back to me. But the big difference though is this one has a 2D barcode on it, and what I can do is I can scan this code with my mobile phone's camera, and it doesn't have to be an iPhone, all kinds of camera phones work, and the phone is decoding the code and is directing me to a mobile website, which gets me much more information and interactivity than just a piece of paper. So there we are, mobile website, for sale, email address and phone number. I could interact with that right from here if I wanted to. More information, images, so I could see how the house looks from the outside or the inside. Links, which might be a website of the house or maybe a Craigslist or eBay listing. I could leave my contact info, or I could share this code with my buddies because I know they are house hunting too, and maybe that's something interesting for them. So that's how it works. Scan a code, get to a mobile website.
So this is alternative technologies we can use to augment what we're doing. Now that's QR code reading or barcode reading with your mobile. It immediately takes you to rich media information, and we are thinking that on selected routes we will insert metallized plaques where at key strategic moments you can actually get your information. It's not dependent on GPS then. Anyone with a mobile phone can download a QR code reader and play with it. And we've also done a bit of work on object recognition and shape recognition. I'll just show you that. This is something we did when we were working with a wildlife park, and it's recognizing these birds by their outlines. And this is something that can be just uploaded on your phone. And as long as there's a database that has information about these silhouettes, it will recognize that's a raven, for example. So we could put shapes, silhouettes on routes that could be recognized through this software. And one of the ways we want to make this happen is have information boards that have embedded and downloadable data, such as setting you up for this. So at the beginning of a ride, we might have an information board which has got a small computer inside that allows you to download some of this stuff. And we went on from there to look at object recognition. These are 3 sculptures that can be recognized from any angle. And what it does is it has a database of the silhouettes, and it can extrapolate from one silhouette to another. So if you turn the object, of course it has a completely different silhouette, but the computer inside the mobile phone can calculate, oh well, that is similar enough, so I'll identify that as a really bad abstract sculpture. So we have these technologies developing that enable people to interact with the real world pretty seamlessly. I mean, you say that, and obviously you know there are all sorts of problems associated with getting mobile phone software to behave, but that's just teething problems. And I think I'm just showing you these things because we have a real array of things that we can use to interact with the real world and to bring rich information back to people. So obviously if we're doing an art trail and we put a sculpture on it, and you can get all the background to that sculpture, its context, its history, and so on. We have been talking to Sustrans about all this, and they're very, very interested in how they can use this. So the project should produce something that could be rolled out nationally, and that's what we're hoping. Now I'll just end up showing you stuff I did at the launch of Phoenix Square, which was to kind of highlight the project. It's a little bit self-indulgent, but it does relate the project to this building, which is quite interesting. First concept was to have an emergent map on the corner of the building, and this was all done for the opening of Phoenix Square. And these are the sort of visualizations I did to sell the project, really. On one, you can't really see the baffles on the front of the building, would have video journeys projected on them, like this. So there'd be an array of video journeys from the rider's viewpoint projected onto the building, onto these baffles that you may not have noticed, but are up above the glass front of the foyer. And on one side of the building we projected huge figures, and these were people that I'd photographed at random on cycle rides around Leicester. So it was quite a logistical problem to put all this together. These are the photos of the people, and then we laid them on top of each other. We used the biggest slide projector in Europe, actually, to project these. It had such a big throw that we had to shrink the slides to fit the building, which was quite extraordinary since it was 70 foot high. But it could have covered the whole of Parliament, apparently. And then we did this array of projectors that went straight towards the foyer. This is some of the rigging, mainly in high winds. This is this huge penny projector that went on the side of the building, and that's the kind of image that went up. And you can just kind of see some idea of the scale there. That's me standing in front of it. And we're doing this postcards to launch the thing at Summer Sunday Festival. Try and get more volunteers from there. So we've done this postcard that we'll make them available to this group as well. So you can take them and send them to friends and get them involved in the project. And so what can you do? You can, if you're interested, you can borrow one of these devices. You can map your journeys. You can upload the photos you take alongside your journeys. You can add comments, keep a diary of it. You can suggest ideas for us to use for the artworks, and you can just spread the word. So that's what we want from you. And we'll try and use social media for something really, really useful. There is a website where this is kind of documented. It's www.pervasive.org.uk, and you'll find a link straight to Songlines from the first page there.